Hi guys, Iron Cameraman here. We've been waiting a long time for the new 76 episode. We've been making a lot of videos on it, building our theories and guesses, working day and night to find something that will tell us about the whole plot of our favorite series. But there are still a lot of mysteries and riddles that we haven't solved yet. Well, Dafuk Boom finally showed us 3 new leaks, so we need to hurry up before episode 76 comes out. Today we will discuss with you all the news that has been around Dafuk. We will try to find out all the secrets of the knowledgeable episode. We're going to talk about the people from episode 73. We'll try to find out what's going to happen with the Alliance and the Skibidi Toilets. Who's the girl the secret agent is sympathetic to? And I'll also tell you when the new 76 episode we've all been waiting for finally comes out. We'll try to spot everything that was missed earlier today. We'll make some interesting new theories about the future of the series. And as usual, let's take a closer look at the picture you saw in the preview. Believe me, there's a lot to take apart. As you realized, today we will talk to you about everything that is happening around the series Skibidi Toilet. So put like, subscribe to the channel, have a seat, and I'll get started. First of all, I think it's worth breaking the news that has recently formed around Dafuk. Let's just start with some interesting facts. In case anyone didn't know, one of the fan maids, namely Monster Up, there was a premiere which was attended by Dafuk himself. Perhaps he wanted to show that he is very interested in this fan maid. As it is now quite deservedly, the Monster Up fan maid is one of the best. By the way, recently I with my team made a separate channel on this fan maid, so if interested go and subscribe. The link we'll leave in the description. Also, Dafuk left a comment on the Comment Dom Studio on the reaction, "Oh so hard." Well, the gist of it was Dom Studio graded the reaction like they usually do and also gave a little spoiler, to which Dafuk replied, "Bro never forgets to leave reactions on every channel." It is not clear what exactly Dafuk wanted to say with this, perhaps joking with Dom Studio or expressing his dislike for the author. Since even in episode 74 showed us how TV Daddy throws out key races from Dom Studio, which indirectly shows Dafuk's attitude towards Dom Studio, or maybe he's just kidding around. I also wanted to tell you about a very interesting detail. Recently, One More Animator published a question from the moderator of the server Chasing Skylar, with the answer, Dafuk. The question was, what female character does Dafuk sympathize with? I don't even want to know what exactly was meant by the word sympathize in that context. To which he received the answer that this female character has not yet been shown to us, from which many have concluded that this character is a computer woman. A theory, good enough. Even I recently did a whole video on the subject of the new race. But as I see it, there's more to it than meets the eye. Perhaps the secret agent had a sweetheart in the past, but after something terrible, he lost her. From this, we can conclude that everything that happens in the series is the consequences of the secret agent's attempt to get his beloved back. Okay, while we will not raise this topic, especially for you, I will prepare a special video on this topic, where we will analyze it all in detail, so I advise you to subscribe, so as not to miss it. Well, and we go ahead. Having dealt with all the news of the day, we can move on to my theories, and later to analysis of 3 new leaks. One of the theories, by the way, came to my mind quite recently. In the last video, we talked about where a Skibidi girl might have come from. So, we came up with a theory that Male 11 in episode 73 was able to infect everyone in that room, which makes us wonder what happened to the other people. As we can see, we've only been shown a girl from the entire squad. From what we can assume that all these people were killed by agents after the infection, or were able to escape. In episode 75, we could notice that all the Skibidi toilets that tried to save the agents look very different from normal toilets, except for this kamikaze. Most likely, these toilets are a special squad, which, as we found out, they are carrying out their mission. In this case, they took the Astro weapons. But I digress. What happened to those people in episode 73? It seems to me that many of them were immediately eliminated by the agents, but the Skibidi girl managed to escape, and what's interesting is that she immediately became a hybrid instead of a full-fledged toilet. So we can assume that mutants have a stronger immunity to the virus, because of which they don't transform completely, thus controlling themselves better. We may have noticed that mutants are more stable than regular toilets. not to be confused with hybrids that are mixed with agents, and mutants that are humans. One would think that such humans are some sort of salvation for humanity. We see that their bodies can fight the virus and not infect them to the end like the rest of us. Perhaps that's why humans have only recently been introduced into the story, just for this arc. Or they will be the binding part to unite the agents and the Skibidi Toilets, but we'll find out in future episodes. What can I say about future episodes? First of all, I should mention that in the Dafuk store, besides the leaks, this image has appeared again. This time we were able to see the inscription. It said, "A common danger unites even the bitterest enemies." This means that Dafuk literally said to his face that the unification of the Alliance and the Skibidi Toilets will soon be a full-scale phenomenon, so we'll be waiting for that. But in the meantime, let's continue to discuss the future of the series. Episode 76 will probably be about the same as episode 75. Dafuk will just give us an episode that is interesting and filled with different details. But what can I say about the plot of the tracking episode? The way I see it, it seems unlikely that there will be a continuation of the character story arc from episode 75. It's also unlikely that we'll be shown how G-Man will improve so soon. To understand the picture, let me remind you that the next hot episode is 77, but what will be there? It's very simple. They will show us G-Man, and that's for sure. They may also show Titan Cameraman. That is how our G-Man will save him. But it's not for sure, but I'm sure G-Man will be in episode 77, because I've found a pattern that in almost all episodes where the number 7 is present, G-Man appears. Remember, 67, 57, 47 in all these episodes was G-Man. Also, it was in 7 episodes he appeared as a toilet, from which we can conclude that the number 7 is directly connected to G-Man. So it is clear that in episode 77, there will be the first peaceful interaction between G-Man and the Alliance, and even possibly some sort of formal treaty. But what will happen in episode 76? Most likely, we will be shown the Speaker Man base for the first time, as we still don't know where TV Man Titan and Speaker Man Titan teleported to. So that could well be shown in the new episode, as it seems to me our Titans will come right in the middle of an attack by a small Astro group on the Speaker base. It is here. TV Man Titan will give the first fight Astro, to at least show viewers that not all is not lost, and with small groups, the Alliance can still be competitive. My team and I even made a picture of what it could look like. You've seen it in the preview of this video. Here we can notice an angry TV Man Titan and a very upset Speaker. The Speaker is upset with Titan's Cameraman. Well, he's also trying to process all the Astro attacks. At the same time, the TV Man Titan is holding the claw of the killed or possibly captured Cameraman Titan. As we can see on the left shoulder is missing a claw, as it was lost in this battle. Also behind the Titans can be seen fire, which once again shows that the Astros are very dangerous. I hope you like the picture, as we tried very hard to make it as true as possible. Perhaps about the same scene we will see in the series itself, but that's just my guess. Now let's talk about something that is not my guess. And as you might guess, there are 3 spoilers. In the first spoiler, Dafuk Boom showed a shot of some Astro Toilet. Judging by his face and the overall atmosphere, again, Astro Toilets will be brutally and in groups killing agents. On the second frame, which in my opinion is the most interesting, we were again shown the famous chair. As I assumed in the analysis of episode 75, it was not just a one-time gimmick, but a full-fledged attribute of the new secret character. Let me remind you that in my opinion, the owner of this chair is invisible. That's why we don't see him. But this is not the most interesting thing here. The thing is that if you pay attention to the background, then here we can see the falling agent. Maybe it doesn't say anything to many people, but it's actually a reference to one of the old episodes. This shot reminded me a lot of episode 48 in terms of colors, buildings, and atmosphere. If you remember at the very beginning of the episode, one of the agents jumped from the building, but if there, he took the enemy with him. But here there is no one but the agent. But anyway, I think it's not just a reference to that, but a hint of something. Once again, back in episode 48, notice that as soon as the agent falls to the left, one of the signs says, "He is watching." At the time, it was still referring to a secret agent. But in this case, it is not difficult to guess that it is about the chair, Thus, it can be another indirect confirmation that the chair or the owner of the chair has the ability to watch. As for the last spoiler, it just shows a big cameraman, and as I think he will die a heroic death in this episode, but I hope that I am wrong, and in 76 episode he will be rescued by someone, just maybe TV Man Titan and Speakerman Titan will be these rescuers, if they will be there. Well, and now let's talk about the most interesting. When will the new 76 episode? If you look at the Dafook channel now, you can realize that a 4-minute video, Dafook makes about 2 weeks. We know that episode 76 will be about the same as episode 75, from which we can conclude that it will not be more than 5 minutes long, which means it will take 2 weeks to make such a video. So originally, when I first started writing the script for this video, I thought that episode 76 would be released between July 6th and July 9th. However, that all changed after Dafook Boom did a mini poll on his Discord server. He asked whether it's better to release episodes frequently, but with more parts, or rarely, but with more parts. As you can see, the first option wins, so he decided to do what the audience wants. This is a good enough choice for Dafook himself among others. Since the episodes will be released more often, the channel, with the help of YouTube algorithms, will grow better. And by the way, in the store, the third spoiler was just signed as episode 76, part 1. Therefore, judging by all the latest information, the episode will be released a little earlier and maybe even within 1 or 2 days. And I have one more video about episode 76 coming up, so be sure to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss it. Bye.